Salve a tutti gente, bentornati qui a un nuovo episodio di The Wolf Among Us. Bene, adesso siamo finalmente giunti a portare Crooked Man di fronte alla giustizia. Dunque sapremo che cosa è successo.
I know, but we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Testimoniare contro di lui.
He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Sì.
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
Già.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know...
Ah, che tu.
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Che dolce. Oh, ti.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What
people?
could they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This? Calma tutti.
Fucking shit.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Già.
The
Quindi,
Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women.
tu
not
l'hai
me.
ordinato.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean
Hai
to
dato tu
interrupt you,
l'ordine.
Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Certo.
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Non è lui il responsabile però di
Georgie
tutto
was a
questo.
victim of this psycho too. He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything.
Esatto, tu
We'll
sei un
deal with it
mafioso.
later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't.
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Esatto.
Got it?
If you insist.
È il mio capo d'altronde,
You
Che
are
cazzo?
charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of
associazione a
Sheriff Bigby
delinquere.
Wolf.
Twice.
Esatto.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and
cazzo.
providing monetary support for the forced prostitution
Se ti
at
butto
the
nel-
pudding and pie.
se ti butto nel pozzo,
Additionally,
infatti,
you are
divento anche
charged
quello.
with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
Sei un altezzoso
And for
coglione.
being a condescending prick.
Questa me la dovevo togliere, scusa.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily. So you can strike that one from your little...
Non è affatto vero.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning.
È
so
vero.
cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens.
Esatto.
These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the
Ha,
witching
ha.
earth.
Fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat
Esatto,
everyone
è vero.
fairly,
È vero, non
even
posso non
when
darle
they don't
ragione.
deserve it.
Non posso darle ragione. Cioè, non funziona niente se una
This is
macchina...
ridiculous.
Sì, ma perché gli togli le manette? Ma porca puttana. Perché?
You
Sei
have the
scemo.
floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Già.
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf.
Non
when
è
he killed
vero.
those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees.
Non è vero.
I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
I've
once.
always been a bit of a...
Hai sappiato tutto, non è vero?
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so
What
long?
cover up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
No, per un cazzo.
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Mi hanno
What's
attaccato.
he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They
Già.
get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true.
No, le ali un
Loyal
cazzo.
to
Tu sei
the
un
end.
mafioso.
They do it because they want to
Cos'è?
protect me,
Baciamo le mani
as I
tutti
protected
adesso?
them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything.
Non cercare di
Would you
coprire
give
di
up an
zucchero.
innocent man just to save someone.
Direi che
I
hai
think
finito.
you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make
Non
their
è
own
vero.
decisions. As
Perché le
Georgie was.
conseguenze dopo
What
sono
about
peggiori.
Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice.
Esatto.
Do you really think she wanted that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
Esatto.
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Ma fottiti, non ti dispiace
Right,
per un
and you
cazzo.
kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Cazzo, è vero.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
È stato Clint. Non
You're
rigirare.
the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree
Ma noi
back,
possiamo...
and in turn we used her magic
Maledetta,
to
ma
help
perché?
all
Perché non l'ho
fables
ammazzato
get
prima?
glamours.
Sarebbe
Because
tornato in vita
I
comunque.
helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what
Da
did
oggi in
they
poi lo
do?
faremo noi,
For
ok?
the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
Già.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you
Nevi ha
want
commesso uno sbaglio.
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked
Sì, ma
Man.
non puoi fare le cose
It
così.
wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being
già.
too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
Anche questo è vero.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes.
Esatto.
But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
È vero.
And so
Oh,
does the sheriff.
Oh. Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
agiremo meglio nel futuro.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better
Esatto.
life. You would
Come il
go to him
diavolo.
for help. And he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Ci ha
He
portato...
took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
Esatto. Esatto.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Esatto. Oh, morte. Fine.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given
Oddio,
Bigby's history.
Pezzo di merda, non cercare...
talking about?
Cosa mi dici del tuo passato?
What about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time.
No, non è
Yes?
per... Non potete dirvi...
Of course.
Dove vuoi
Where are you
arrivare?
going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Cosa?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your...
Non l'ha fatto a
Under
pezzi.
my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That
È
was
stato
different.
Barba Blu.
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
Esatto.
Right before you decided to kidnap him.
Esatto.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge.
Bastardo.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
No, non ci credo.
Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I know...
Laws
Calmatevi,
apply
prego.
when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To
me.
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you?
Porca
Who
miseria, ma
filled
quanto
your
ti
life
odio,
with the promise
cazzo!
of more? Who was there while they idly played in
Questo
their towers,
intortore,
judging
tortatore.
you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when
Bestia
it leads to our
schifosa.
dear
Per la serie
citizens?
la mafia non esiste, la
Who
mafia.
will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Io non ho fatto del
Who
male.
will be
Bigby! Miss White!
Che succede? Oh mio Dio, che cacchio succede?
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the
Oh,
chance to
adesso
say
è vero, non c'è
something.
più
Why don't you take a moment
l'incantesimo.
to catch your breath, Elizabeth?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
Perfetto.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Continua.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me.
Ma io ricordo
I don't know
te.
why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
Esatto, non hai più le labbra
I
sigillate.
found Vivian's body. Did you kill her?
Si è uccisa da
Did he?
sola.
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be
Vivian si è
quiet.
suicidata.
Vivian killed herself. Back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
Ma probabilmente non te lo ricordi.
you. It's going to be
He
just...
ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a
Ecco.
lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you.
Questo
The
conferma
only two
tutto.
people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so.
Già.
Ever.
Lo sapevo, lo
You're
sospettavamo
going to
tutti,
take
vero?
the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
E sono in una...
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
Già.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
No, no,
So
tesoro.
quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat.
This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take two people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free
Che ti
after this.
aspettavi?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Tu hai aiutato, però hai aiutato sfruttando.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
No, no, tesoro.
How can we be sure
Per
he won't
esperienza è
escape?
meglio ammazzarlo.
We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Calmi
can
tutti.
send him
Everyone, listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not? What about a vote?
What do you think
Aspetta
this
Neve
is?
decide.
Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor.
But
so-
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
Ah, ok. Cazzo.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me. I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr.
Non ho
Wolf,
più pallida idea.
it's your call.
Snow,
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has
Lancialo
to
nel
die.
pozzo.
Lock him
Lancialo
away.
nel
We can get
pozzo.
rid of him.
Lanciamolo nel pozzo.
everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Cazzo! Cazzo! Oh! Muori.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep. Finish it, Sheriff.
Lancialo nel
To
posto.
miss me.
No, I won't.
Quello che va nel pozzo viene distrutto completamente.
For Lily. And Faith.
Già.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Senti, Ciccia. Oh, calma. T'avrebbe ammazzato.